everybody, my name is Katya, who are you? Welcome back to my channel, and I'm here in the same apartment, but I'm checking out new outlines for these videos. And as you can see here, there are some books for Russian language. This is the dictionary that I have. This is Dostoevsky. These are some books that my grandmother gave me. Those are more for native speakers, but they look so nice. They are black and I love them. And also my sister, she gave me a couple of presents for the New Year's and for my birthday. One of them was this round, like it's called sunset lamp. Actually, I used to have one exactly like that, but when well, I told her that sorry, I already had one, so it's exactly the same lamp. But when I brought it here from my hometown, I saw that I actually don't have this little thing. It's called like the controller to actually press the light, because when unless you use the thing, it keeps on changing the light, so you cannot use it properly. And I don't know where the old one was. So yeah, currently I'm here, but I had to turn off the lights in front. So let us see. For now, I really like it. I've been recording for 3 days. Firstly for the Russian language channel, and then some songs, and the topic of my today's talk, because I really need practice in English from time to time. As you can see, it's all about the muscles. And any language, if you don't speak for some days, for some weeks, the muscles are not involved, and so first time you open your mouth, it will be harder to pronounce. Even like it can be Russian, it can be any language that you speak. It may be your native language. It's also like a very important insight that it's not only happening to you when you're learning a new language, but as well with any mean of communication, singing, sounds, whatever you use to, yeah, basically using the mouth and the muscles, the face muscles and everything. It has to be, well, there has to be training. So before speaking, actually it's good exercise in the morning. I don't know if you are also doing some kind of vlogging, and nowadays it has become kind of a problem, because everyone wants to have a vlog in a way, even though you make like Instagram stories, and you have to be the cameraman, the person in the camera, be the face of the program. So if before we had to, like, it used to be a profession and only limited amount of people could get into the TV and be there and shine and have all those skills, but actually those skills are also part of the experience, so you gain experience while working. Then nowadays everyone kind of has his or her own profession, but then when you want to earn money online, you have to, like me right now, sit or stand in front of the camera and become this person who also talks and communicates the ideas in a certain ways that people want to buy it in the end. And it requires like a different profession, one more profession. So a small exercise that you can use even in your day-to-day life, when you wake up. We all have our little habits. Let's say you can brush your teeth or whatever you do on a daily basis. Maybe you do some stretching workout, right? So preparing your mouth, your muscles, your voice to the day. Even if you call a friend in the morning, it will be kind of hard to use your voice. It will be not toned. So to do that, do 2 small things. What is the verb in English? Well, now you help me, because this verb, bautizar in español, did I remember, but in Russian, basically the natural action of opening your mouth and making a deep breath and do it like this. Draw 4, three letters verb, right? Do that 2 times. So it makes the main part of the mouth inside open up, the throat thing that you have to, well, when you learn how to sing, there we first have to relax that part, and it's also done by this kind of exercises. And it's actually a good sign when you in the morning start talking or start singing. This part starts being involved in the process, and you start doing this while singing or while talking. This means that it starts working, so now your voice would sound better. And the second thing is making weird faces for some time, for 30 seconds, for 1 minute, maybe for longer if you have time. But basically involving all the muscles of the face. And the weirder it is, the better, right? So you do all that, you do all that. Not talking like me right now, but right, involving the muscles. So when you open your mouth for talking, where normally the sounds that we make and the muscles that we would involve are familiar, right? So we kind of know how to do it, but then you will do it way better if you prepare it in the way that I mentioned right now. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the trip to the United States that I mentioned in this channel. And then the story of Latin American dances, and kind of my life currently goes a bit to that direction, not only because of my blog, and that 4 or 5 years already I only speak Spanish there, and I teach Russian in Spanish mostly, and do content in Spanish. And I've gained a lot of contacts because of that. And for example, I was invited to the events of the Mexican Council in Russia, the embassy, and so they know me, not only them, but Spanish speakers in Russia know me as a person who speaks Latin American version of Spanish, and my level is very good as well, because I do practice it for like 15 years. No, 14, 13, around there, but you know, every year gets better. And today I was contacted by some I don't know if it's like a movie thing or cartoons, and they need a voice of someone who speaks Latin American version of Spanish, and it's nice. So apart from that, nowadays well, I've decided to become a singer a bit more seriously, and I do it for myself. I don't do it for money, for like as a job. I treat it as something that comes out of me naturally, and I feel very good when I sing. And maybe another day I will talk more about the singing part of the thing, of the story. But basically, also thanks to well, for the past 3 years I've been working with a psychologist. I've been working on my awareness, consciousness, and my life has become better. I've become a better person. And actually there are consequences and results that you might not expect from things like that. In my case, we can put an example of pronunciation. Let's say French. Normally when you start learning a new language, you like really make weird sounds. And so you kind of you are all tense to pronounce this new combination of sounds. And now just because of the thing that from inside I'm way more relaxed, and I'm not relaxed only physically, but it's also like obviously it's the same in the end. Physically I am relaxed because of mentally I am relaxed. I don't bother as much as before about the critics of the rest of the world, right? So I don't think about assessing myself, about how others would assess me. I'm way more relaxed in that way, right? So it's maybe one of the hardest things. Now it doesn't seem like that to me. When you get there and you're like, it was all so easy, so simple. But all of us have we do have those things, and no, it's not obvious, no, it's not as easy when it's something that comes to you from generations, and it's something way too deep, and yeah, for a reason so many people are afraid of public speaking and things like that. Actually, my plans are also trying myself out in the stand-up thing, doing stand-up first in Spanish because in Russian I'm still more I do have more complexes. In Russian I'm more shy, and I kind of filter what I say, but we will see. Like, let's start with Spanish first, and then this singing thing has also become easier, because like 1 year ago I was singing with a friend, Jessica. She's from Venezuela, and they were living there in St. Petersburg. She was my Russian student as well. But the best thing about this friendship was that they would come over to one apartment or another apartment that we had, and we would get it together and sing with a guitar, or just putting on songs and singing together. And with her we sang together in a studio as well, and she had this relaxed, really nice voice, and I think I learned from her some things of the pronunciation, how to put my voice, also my lips in Spanish. So now I kind of, it always happens, we reflect people who do something better. And my voice has become better and more relaxed, and it's also like a long story. And with this relaxed body, relaxed mind, obviously I have become, now I sing better. And I'm not as afraid, and so I just do it, you know. And so today, the artist that is coming over first in St. Petersburg, he's now in St. Petersburg and performing, I think, on Saturday, and on Sunday he would be here in Moscow. And obviously my idea was to somehow sing with him. I don't know, like somehow the idea was there. Maybe the artist was not ready because he doesn't know me, and like it's kind of weird to sing with a random girl who is like a vlogger there. And, we will see. But today, yesterday from here, I posted a little cover, because the song itself was written by Sebastian Yastre, another artist, and the song is popular. And then Mani Road has also made a cover, a really nice cover, and so I also sang it. And I do tag on Instagram, and the artist reposted my singing, so I'm very happy about that. Because for me, you know, these things are just special to you, and the art is something that's very underestimated. It's not funny to watch, and people, you know, so it wouldn't have as much of exposure, and it's always a step to something unknown. And half of the day today I didn't even enter my profile, like I didn't open the app, because last night I posted and I didn't enter because like I'm tired of social network, and it does consume a lot of energy. And when you do something like this, sometimes maybe it's something mine, because I used to be very shy and introverted. So now sometimes it happens, so I kind of make a step out there and do something. So I sing, and it's good. It sounds very nice. People really liked it. Many people said many good things to me today. And they would say, no, it doesn't seem like you're worried about something. It doesn't seem like you are shy. But inside, I'm like, boom, I did something, and I close up. And I just, you know, I don't open the app, like nothing happened. No, I wouldn't see it again. Things like that. So, of course, it is hard to show yourself, to do things like that. Even if you have experience, making the next step is just as hard as you made the previous step. And maybe just it will get bigger, it will get harder, it will get more, you know, like really impressive. But maybe for other people it would seem like it's nothing to you, but of course we would all shake before we make the next step. So yeah, mm, but I'm still on my way. I started taking more dancing classes because I know that I'm not a dancer, but still I really I'm an artistic person. I would really love to express myself not only by singing, which I have more skills in, but then dancing something new, but it's totally different. I would love to make improvisations and as well express myself that way. But yeah, um, now just making those small steps. And when I went to Chicago, it was 1 year, 6 months ago, and I didn't feel myself very comfortable at that point. I received a lot of criticism. I didn't feel safe. I mean, just living there, because when we arrived with a group of Russians, it was funny because it was the very last generation of the program so far. Now it's called different way. It used to be called Russian Business Leaders. It used to be called like that, and the program is amazing. And I believe that one day things will get back, like more back to normality, because in the year 2018, when I started my company To Are You, Foreigners in Russia, I still have those promo pictures from our events, and there would be a lot of we have this hello, I'm from stickers, and there would be USA, England, I mean UK, and all over the world, but mostly I mean from that part of the world, where also many of my friends from here, they moved to work there, or some other parts of the world, because the international companies moved their offices from here. So when we arrived, the dear organizers in Washington DC, some of them spoke Russian, some of them had parents coming from there. One professor studied Russian for many years. He was professor of Russian. He was, and this is my area of specialization right now, Russian literature, and yeah, he spoke Russian. So it was a nice experience, right? And many people I randomly got to know there. They would also ask me about Russian culture and a lot of things. They would know sometimes more than me for some reason, because they studied at the university. Some of them were asking about this or other film, the Brat, and the character and blah blah. And yeah, I was curious. But for me, at that point, I don't know. Maybe you have to make sometimes more conscious decisions, and I would go back there. I don't know how it's possible. Will it be possible one day? I would get back there with my friends, with more money. I didn't have a lot of budget, to be honest, and it was the experience, you know, when you're limited and so limited in money, it doesn't feel as well, as good. But I try to speak to every Spanish speaker that I saw there, just because here in Russia, people who come here, I don't know, it's just the culture that they could just randomly contact me on social media and say, Katya, we are coming from this Siberian city where we live right now, and they will speak in Spanish. We are now in St. Petersburg. Do you want to have coffee? And I will go. So like there is this trust to a foreigner, and we treat each other well. I think like with Spanish speakers we treat each other better than Russians would treat each other. Sometimes we are more open. Russians do get open, but you still have this to break the ice first. And there, this ice seems like doesn't exist. And there in the United States, it wasn't the case. Not every Spanish speaker I talked to was this open, or was this nice, or was this normal, safe. No. But I went to dance. When I discovered the place, you could dance salsa and bachata in Chicago. So I went there, I don't know, maybe 3-4 times during my stay. I stayed there 1 month. And it was so nice. I met some Slavic people there, it was also nice to dance our style because bachata essential here is different. In Latin America and America, they would dance like more simple versions, simple steps, and here it got like an art. And now I went to Kazakhstan a couple of months ago, and JR, a very famous singer nowadays, came there to sing a concert. He gave a concert with his manager, and I interviewed them, and we spoke Spanish. And I mean that there are people going that far to make a concert, and maybe here they are way more popular than wherever, because the guys were also sharing how it feels nowadays to dance and the dancing culture in New York, and those people coming from Dominican Republic, that they wouldn't dance anymore, that there is this culture that in a club you would be just standing there and no one dances, and you would buy your shisha, whatever, drinking, and you couldn't just like invite a girl for a dance because there's no culture. Now you have to like wait the whole night and then ask her out, or ask her Instagram, as he said. He was nice, right? So I felt privileged in a way, because the organizers of the event gave me this opportunity to, because obviously they also wanted to promote the event, and maybe they would invite him over again next year. Everyone liked the concert, and the voice, like the music is very good, and for me it's very special because I like music, but I feel limited in writing the song. I'm better in the words, and then in music I just don't know how to compose. I can compose like the melody, but the sounds, this is something maybe I have to learn. Because I went to the concert of Danny J as well in Kazakhstan, and I think he's based in Spain. Right, so he's based in Spain along with other artists, and now Manny Roth is also traveling from there. It's kind of closer, but I know that Danny J learned how to play the piano. I know how to play the piano, but it's more like I know the chords, I know the system of like how music works. I know like I can play things that I learned one day. I can learn new things nowadays, like classical music and stuff I can play. But then making music, maybe something I could explore, because I know that Danny J also had to learn, and now he's very good. And his songs, piano based, are very strong. One of my favorite songs of last year is called 13, and it's just pure art. Like the current new song is called Roses. Wow, if I can do things like that, and by recording interviews with two artists so far, Chris Paradise and JR, and I also I danced with Danny J. It was a random situation, a very special situation, because there was a person who contacted the artist so that he could take an interview like with me, or me take an interview from him, and also like finally it was just a dance. They didn't have time to record an interview. But I still know him, and so seeing their artistic careers, the way they make themselves, it's just a decision, right? So Chris Paradise would say, this year we started with this brand, and so I started writing music, and he even makes the videos himself. So they record videos and he does the video editing. I can do that, right? So maybe we have to give it a try. And if we take a look at, I don't know if you can, here in front, you can see a t-shirt that I have since when I was 8 years ago. 8 years old. I was 8 years old, and I was a huge fan of Natalia Oreiro. And so recently I saw an interview. She has actually Russian citizenship. She is a fan of Russia since long ago, and here everyone loves her, it's true. thanks to the songs, thanks to the old novellas. But now, when I saw the interview, and the girl who took the interview didn't speak any Spanish. It was the year 2018. They were just here on a roof next to the Red Square. And I thought, wow, so if this vlogger, just because she had this audience, could take an interview with Natalia Oreiro, then one day I can do that, right? I have to do that. It is my dream to get to know the person who has been my inspiration for the whole life, for the entire life. And one day, many times, I had different periods of my life, and then I would listen to her songs, and they would inspire me so much. They would just give me a new breath and give me energy for the following months, just seeing things in a more positive way. And that you have to be brave, that you have to follow your dreams, that it's just positive and coraje things. And I want to sing with her one day. I want to sing with her, and nowadays I don't perceive her. Even like 5 years ago, I attended one of her concerts. I was already feeling like I can be next to her, like I could, because in Spanish we have different attitude to each other, and her, I just, because they would ask her, like at the interview and things, why are you so open? Why are you not like this? Because you have so many followers around the world. The whole Russia like follows you, and so why are you so open? You would hug your hot fans and things, and I know why. Because in Spanish we're like that. Me, when I see, because also people get to me now, Russian speakers or Spanish speakers, they would get to me and say, Katya, it is you, oh my god, give me a hug. And I would ask things back, you know. I would say, wow, tell me about yourself, what's your name, where do you live, like what do you do, and give a hug, and I would take a picture. So this is the attitude, because like in Spanish we treat people like that. We are friends. I'm not a star, we are friends. I mean, yes, I do things, you follow me, maybe, but it doesn't make me someone from a different world, you know? And so I feel Natalia Oreiro, nowadays, I feel like it's possible, it is possible. Yeah, I would just sing along with her, and I would like to be friends. She's so cool. Anyway. In Chicago, I danced bachata and salsa. The way they dance it was a bit hard because there are too many vueltas. You have to turn a lot as a girl. But I got to know nice people there. It's always nice people who dance those things. So thanks for watching. I think it's okay for now. I'd like to sing a couple of songs today. I took a couple of covers. Maybe I'm lucky. I'm always positive, and I'm very stubborn. I'm like, if the artist said he wouldn't sing with me, I will insist. I will get there to the rehearsals, and I know the rehearsal signs in Petersburg, so not here. And so I know that now he knows me, even though, of course, it's his concert. Like, it's not that I want to become another star. It's not my goal. I just, like Mano de Tijera, this song, I would be a really good second voice there. This is what I want to record right now. Put his voice and record my second voice there, and it would be cool. This is my motivation. Thank you. Anyways, follow my channel. My Instagram is Katya. I don't know why I'm recording those videos. Actually, just to practice my English. So any comments are welcomed. Bisous. Thank you for watching. See you next week.